Hello Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy, and Happy New Year. This is our first official zodiac reading together for 2021, Scorpio. So welcome, thank you for coming. I'm going to be doing a void of course moon reading for you today. A void of course moon, the time, a period and place, space, time, where you are the one that influences you more than anything else. As the moon goes in and out of the zodiac signs throughout the month, there's a period of time where it's not in the old energy anymore, the old zodiac sign, it's not in the new one yet. It's not like instantaneous. Sometimes it can just be a few minutes, sometimes it can be a couple hours. If it's a true void of course moon, it's a good 24-hour period where the moon is all on its own. So you have the void of course. We're going to get your energy in your void of course. We're going to look at the energy of the cycle that you're leaving, and then we're going to look at the energy of the cycle that you're entering after your void of course. There is an extended at the end of this reading. The link is at the top of the description. I will just continue to pull cards out into the future energy to see where it goes and to see where it progresses. Also, you may notice that I'm not in my regular space. And what is this void of course moon reading all about? Like, what's going on? There is another link near the top of the description, a video that came out in the middle of last week talking about why I'm in this different location right now, what's going on with me. This void of course moon was inspired. I was inspired to do it through my own world being turned a little bit upside down. And it was kind of helpful to me to do the reading that I created. I thought, that's what I meant to do for you guys this week. So next week we'll get back to doing the fairies. But this week we're going into the void of course. So let's get started, Scorpio. We are going to start with the Moonology deck. But that void of course card does not go in. It stays out. I'm using 3 different oracle decks to create these readings, so please have patience as I pull everything out. I may do some oohs and ahs and oh. Oh, and I'm going into my little animal spirit oracle deck here. I love it. Guys, I've not used them in the longest time, but, well, if you go watch that other video about why I have the void of course moon card, you will find out all about how this deck became important in this reading. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. My naughties with a dash of nice. I'm just kind of like reading as I go here. Your story is unfolding and developing for me. Oh, wow. What a fascinating past cycle. I cannot believe how, how these cards are playing out for you is incredible. Very synchronistic what's going on here in these cards. It's almost incredible. Like, I can't believe how many synchronicities are going on. And I know you can't see it as well. I've tried my best to get this lined up. It's going to have to bear with me on this. I know you can't see as much as the table as you usually do. Interesting. Your tarot cards, okay, well, they're kind of lining up. Anyway, look at this, okay. What you have for your past cycle. Now, I say past cycle, but it's a cycle that you're kind of leaving, getting ready to go into the void of course moon. So maybe you're full on in this cycle still. Maybe you're kind of, you sense that you're coming out of it and there's a change happening for you. Or maybe you're already in the void of course and this is just going to kind of clarify that for you. But you have full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. You have Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. And then you have blossoming abundance. Whoa. And then you have the Queen of Wands, which is interesting. She's sitting here very quietly. She's actually not saying anything. And I say that in terms of, I find the cards kind of will speak to me. Like a message will come out instantly about, but it's, I don't know. To me, almost there's a message in that the Queen of Wands isn't speaking out yet. So, interesting, right? Like, you've got this, a win-win outcome is forecast. With the Libra energy, the scales of justice, look at your future, just briefly, okay? I don't want to show it all to you yet, but you had contract, and look at this is like justice. Whatever's going on, it's kind of in your current energy that's wrapping up. It's really trying to tell you here that you're going to have success in the future. You really, really are. But there's going to be a shift in perspective for you, or at least a shift in where you have been focusing. Okay, so in the void of course moon, you have third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. And I think that's so uncanny because that's exactly what's going to take place for you. It's a perspective adjustment and even sort of your spiritual growth adjustment here. Watch your words. Parrot spirit. Look at that. See, I'm following on my words. Parrot spirit. Watch your words. And I'm getting immediately with parrot, like parrots repeat, parrots repeat, parrots repeat. But they don't necessarily know what the hell they're saying. Be very careful. In the void of moon, you might be very easily influenced by the words of others. And I don't mean like all of a sudden you have a weakness in self-governance or something like that. It's not like that. It's almost as if, let's say you're engaged in a conversation with someone, they're telling you some sort of information. And let's say typically you're the sort of person that would sit on that information, or you would look into it on your own and say, well, what are they talking about that? I'm going to look into that and see what that is. But it's a little bit like you may repeat things that A, are completely untrue, or you don't have the background on. It's best to keep your mouth shut about anything you hear about anyone else. And don't repeat anything. I'm really getting that with this parrot spirit. Don't repeat anything that's not coming from you, because that's the important part here with void of course moon. It's all about your energy in the void of course. So don't repeat anything that isn't your idea, that isn't your thought, that isn't your feelings about someone or something. Don't do that. Okay, so, and then we get the Temple Path and the Seven of Wands. I'm feeling like you're coming from, this feels very three-dimensional for me, your past energy with this buffalo, the blossoming abundance, and the Queen of Wands. These three cards to me really feel an awful lot like, I'm still waiting for her to talk. I'm getting a little bit about your creative element here with the Queen of Wands, and it's being used or exercised in a way that's very three-dimensional. So, you know, that could be painting your house, it could be balancing your bank account, or maybe being creative with that if that's between you and the IRS, or but yeah, this is very three-dimensional. These are the things in your life, it feels like, and the abundant universe will provide. I feel like you're tapping in, you're finding your own groove and rhythm here for producing physical abundance. If you're not producing the physical abundance yet, whatever kind of plans you're making for yourself or creative ideas that you have, you're seeing a way that you can implement them. Now, you're going into the future, because I see you here as a little bit hesitant to go down into the temple path. The temple path, it's still going to take you to this, right? Like, let's try to remember that you have, both these cards are kind of bookending the entire reading. They actually are. Well, I shouldn't say that because this one came out very last, which is the Three of Cups. But they're pretty close to completely bookending this whole reading to tell you that you are going to have a win-win. You're going through. There's going to be, and it could be something contractual. Could be a contract that you need to sign. Maybe a contract that you need to get out of. But there's going to be success here. You've already laid some seeds down in your present, or what is soon to be a cycle that you were leaving. You've already planted these seeds. You don't need to do much to them now. Whatever these seeds are. Maybe if you're feeling like, well, I haven't actually taken physical action on these ideas, Cindy, or I haven't, you know, you have to see how it feels. I don't want to tell anybody what to do and not do, but it just kind of seems like what's shifting for you is moving out of the practical, physical planting of seeds, painting the house, balancing the checkbook, whatever that is, and it's something more spiritual. But I feel like you're a little bit hesitant. Maybe either you've been so involved in this cycle, it's a groove. It's kind of, you know, it's a bit of work to get out of it, or you're kind of comfortable in it. Even if it's not really, if you sense, you know, I could probably be doing something better with my time. I just feel, you kind of lop into that habit again of doing whatever this physical thing is, where you're kind of getting ready to go into a cycle that's very spiritual for you. This is a journey. You're going on to a more spiritual journey. Try not to worry about what these physical elements are that you need to look after. I really feel like the wheels are already in motion for that, with the scales of justice showing up on either side. So let's look into this future cycle. You have balanced spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. Then you have koi fish spirit. There is always enough. This is so crazy because the full moon in Pisces card also has 2 koi fish. Look at that. What am I saying? What am I saying? I'm telling you, you're going on to some sort of a spiritual path here. And if I think about like a temple, places of worship, of meditation, it feels a little bit outside of the ordinary. It's not necessary. I'm actually getting like a feeling of Asia, like somewhere in Asia, Indonesia, China, India, Japan. Like I'm just kind of feeling that whole area. And often there will be areas where within these places, pools or ponds. And what do we see in them but koi, right? There's koi. So I mean, it's picking all that up for me. You are going somewhere. You might even be physically going somewhere where there's koi. Maybe you're going to a temple and there's koi fish there. But this is about balancing spirituality and practicality. Oh, this is also part of probably your scales of justice that are coming out on either side. So the practical things that you've been working on, it's okay. The universe is taking care of that shit for you. It's okay. It's not to like just completely let your life go, right? I'm not telling anybody to stop balancing their checkbook or to not clean the paintbrushes after you've been painting. You don't want to do that because then everything will get hard. But there's hesitancy here, or maybe there's something going on in this temple path. Watch your... Ooh. Okay. That's what's going on here. There's something happened in this temple path, I feel like. Now I'm looking at this, like the parrot is saying, watch your words, and then here's the temple path, and then here's the 7 of Wands. So, right, I feel like if you don't watch your words, you could end up feeling defensive, or words could come back to bite you. So weird. You always leave it to my Scorps to bring in like the darker elements, but it's always so interesting. It's so interesting, Scorpio. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm really interested in clarifying this. This temple path is meant for you, right? So if you repeat words that do not come from you, You're sort of not staying true to your path here, where you're going. Because there's going to be, with the Three of Cups, this card comes in after the contract card. So, reconciling, maybe there's someone that maybe this temple path is someone that you already know. Or there's someone there. Part of your spiritual journey along this path is someone that you already know there. And there's some sort of difficult energy that needs to be negotiated. I really feel like the best way to negotiate this energy for you is to stay true, to avoid a coarse moon, where others' energy does not influence you. Other people's words, other people's ideas and recommendations even, do not influence you. You really go on your own. I cannot say this enough for you. I just keep feeling like it's very important to keep a tight lip. Some adjustment is required here for this to be successful for you. If you follow your true path, like what you know to be truth, just don't say what other people say. I can't get, it just keeps coming in my head. It's like Spirit is just drilling into Cindy. Just keep telling them not to say what anyone else has said. Don't be a parrot, right? I don't see it here, but I'm hearing like be more like an owl. Because parrots repeat. Don't be a parrot, be an owl. Because the owl sits in silence and observes. The owl knows more than the parrot, even though it doesn't seem like that, because not much is spoken. But those that do not speak much receive more information because they develop a more trustworthy persona. Like people feel like, well, I can trust what I say. You will know more if you say less. That is just coming in so strong for you in your void of course energy. You will know more if you say less. Okay, I think it's time to like clarify big time. I'm going to, oh, so funny. So I'm going to use my teeny tiny tarot deck. And these just fell off the top of it. Look at, we have the Justice card and the King of Wands. So maybe the Queen of Wands, right, is here. There could be some sort of counterpart energy to avoid some sort of conflict with it. Or there doesn't really need to be conflict because there will be justice here. Everyone will win out. Everyone will be happy. The Parrot Spirit. The Parrot Spirit lovers. There's a choice here. This is everything for you. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm not doing a lot with the underline this week, but I couldn't help but looking at this. You have the Nine of Wands underneath the tarot deck. This person is really tired and defeated. You haven't necessarily, you've won the battle, but not necessarily the war at this point with the Nine of Wands. Your defenses are up because you're tired. You're Seven of Wands. I thought that was interesting. And I'm sensing that somehow in this void of course moon. Now the Parrot Spirit. Nine of Wands, Lovers, the Nine of Cups. In this case, I feel very, very, very much that this Lovers is the traditional meaning in terms of a choice is to be made for you. What is the choice that you're going to make? Because you could end up on either side of this choice. What do you want for yourself? Do you want the Nine of Wands? Do you want to feel like you've won something out of this that you didn't necessarily need to fight for? It's not necessarily something that you need to fight for. I think you're going to receive it anyways. You're going to receive your justice anyways. So there's no real point in whatever this, watch your words, man. Because I feel like something could come back to bite you in the bum bum. Really, like to bite you in the tush. Because if you practice what this bird is telling you, what Spirit is telling you, you come up as the Nine of Cups. You're going to have like your wish fulfillment. You're going to be vibrating very high frequency, and that makes a lot of sense. Because someone who gossips a lot or is repeating the words of others is not necessarily in a high vibration. That's a choice for you. It feels more and more like your void of course. You may not have as much lack of influence as maybe some others are in a period of time. It's like the in-between, right? You're not out of the past yet, but you're not in the future either. So this is an opportunity, I like to say, like, because we live in a universe based on free will and free choice. I know that doesn't happen for everyone around the world, but there is karmic retribution when that doesn't happen. So this is an exercise in that, the void, of course, where the universe is saying, okay, what are you going to choose? But I feel like there's almost like some sort of spiritual test here for you. I mean, it might be something so juicy, like such juicy information, or gosh darn it, just bite your tongue. I don't know if you're not, no, that's probably not a good idea. Like you say, if you're not allergic to peanut butter, like carry a little tub of peanut butter around and make it, if you feel like you need to say something, you shove some peanut butter in your mouth, you cannot talk. But no, they have that not safe stuff, because maybe you're around people with allergies. But I just feel like, just don't say anything. You can just not say anything, Scorpio, in your void of quartz moon. Things are going to go really well. Really well. Just shh. What is this temple path for you? What is this temple path for you? The Page of Swords. It's something that you've been watching, waiting for, hoping for, trying to understand, looking for more information. There's a, yeah. It's a new beginning for you. It is a new beginning, but it's trying to, trying to balance different aspects of your life to get there. But see, the temple path, look at happiness, Ace of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is over on this side. Can you see that? The Nine of Cups is sitting on this side with the parrot. Look, if the parrot wants to take you, again, it feels like just this tropical species of bird, kind of in the same place I feel like you would see the koi. All this color, these colorful animals trying to guide you into this temple path. But shh, be very quiet. Very quiet. Because on the other side is the Nine of Wands and the Lovers, but also being about divinely guided towards what is for you, the Nine of Cups. I feel like you're kind of tossed up about the pencil path. Yeah, maybe you're better off writing stuff instead of saying it. Write it and delete it. Don't send it. Right? Really? I don't know why. Everybody's story is going to be a little bit different, but it really feels like, Scorpio, just don't say shit. Just don't say anything. Type it out, delete it, print it, burn it, shred it. If you need to get it out of your system, get it out of your system. But I feel like don't share it for whatever reason, and whatever that is. Because of the Seven of Wands here. The Seven of Wands. The Empress. There's something really good on the other side. Really good. Really abundant growth, beauty, happiness. It's a little bit like the universe is knocking on your door saying, hey, you've been doing real good. You've been working on some stuff here for yourself. We're going to look after that for you. But what we'd like you to do right now, I'd like you to go on a little journey. And it's going to be a bit of a spiritual journey for you. So, don't pack a lot of stuff. Just take your mind and your heart and your soul and, some pajamas and toothpaste and a toothbrush. But here's the thing. The secret, okay? Don't tell anybody. And then the universe whispers in your ear, and it's like, I don't know, the secrets to life itself, or it's like, what? No. But you can't tell anybody, or this won't work out. You will have everything you've ever wanted. I kind of feel like it's that, like it's some sort of a test. And of course the universe probably won't be knocking on your door. But it'll be a test about how you react to something. It's going to be something that you know. I really feel like that. It's going to be something that you know, that you could repeat. But it's up to you to make this choice. You can choose either way. It does feel like if you repeat whatever this information is, you will end up on the harder side of this choice. You will kind of end up just feeling exhausted and beat up. Like this is just too much. I thought things were going to work out. And I want to say it's because you would lower your vibration a little bit to engage whatever. It does feel like it could be gossip. Like someone might want to pull, someone might even want to try to pull something out of you. Like even if it's not your natural state to be gossipy like this, because Scorpio does tend to be able to hold in quite a lot of stuff. You might be in a situation where something or someone, like some situation could arise, and maybe you're the one that has the solution because of something you heard. And you're sitting there thinking, gosh, I could really help the group if I just said this. But I can't say it. I don't know what it is. It's going to play out for everybody a little bit different. Really, the big theme for you in this is just keep your lips zipped up. Keep something. Fill your mouth up with big gobs of bubble gum. Whatever it takes to not repeat anything. Because there's really good energy on the other side. I want to know more about the koi. It has a very Asian feel to me for you. It's very spiritual. Some of you might even be going somewhere where there's literally a temple. Or maybe you live somewhere where there's a temple. What? Tell me all about the queen. The high priestess tried to come out and she jumped back in. I saw you. I don't know where you went. Tell me about the koi. There's something symbolic about this koi energy. I know, and that high priestess, that's you. You know some sort of secret. You know some sort of secret, Scorpio. The Four of Cups, the Moon, and the King of Swords. Yeah. There, you know something. Keep it tight-lipped, man. I'm like wanting to pull it out. What is it? And then you jumped. You hid. You're like, nope. Not spilling the beans, Cindy, but that's good because you're not supposed to, whatever it is. You're not supposed to spill these beans. Keep it in the darkness. I really see that with the Moon into the King of Swords. Like if you know what this is, you do not have to exercise. And the King of Swords is that kind of person, right? Like, yeah, he might have a lot of answers and a lot of discipline and a lot of knowledge. But the King of Swords, if you don't ask them the right question, you're not going to get the answers that you want. And even if you do ask them the right question, they may answer it in a way that, I don't know, kind of say like political. Like, did they really answer my question? But with the Four of Cups, you know, see, this isn't going to be easy. Because I feel like maybe somebody feels like an opportunity was missed or something isn't working out. It's almost like you know different for someone. That's what that is. That's why this isn't going to be easy, Scorpio. You know different. It's almost like you have knowledge that maybe could help someone feel better or know an outcome. But I really feel that you're supposed to hang on to this information for some reason. We don't fully know why, but we do know that it in some way, energetically, we're being told that it leads to success. So the contract. What is this contract? Look at that. The Four of Pentacles into the Ace of Cups. See? Wow. And it's a 4 and a 4, right? Like the Four of Cups, it's almost like you know someone around you, or you will become privy to some sort of information that would perhaps help someone not feel either stuck or like opportunities have been missed. Because the Four of Pentacles is kind of stuck. But then it goes, see, this is the contract. This is what it's telling us. There's going to be a change. So it's almost like you don't have to tell whatever this secret is or whatever you're supposed to be tight-lipped about. The universe is working that out somehow. And there will be movement, and there'll be beautiful movement with the Knight of Cups. Like really moving forward with an open chakra, with no blocks. And then there's, see, I'm getting to the truth. The High Priestess is there now. And then the Fool card. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. She's the High Priestess. Oh, see, I'm getting, yeah. I feel like I've kind of earned a little bit of the respect of the High Priestess energy. Because she's like, oh, you figured it out, Cindy. Now you can, I don't know what order this came out in. I don't think it matters. The Three of Cups. You have the High Priestess, the Knight, the Page of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. There's going to be a message. There's going to be a sign when it's time to move forward. I feel like move forward like with work. When it's time to move forward with work. So putting the work in. Whatever. And it almost feels like you're kind of being told to hold back from where work could be put in or put towards something. Like maybe if you said something that would change how things would work out. Because this is good. This is reconciling energies, reconciling relationships, reconciling, yeah, really, feelings, all that stuff. Reconciling. It's better, and it's the time to celebrate. Yay, here we are again, everything is good. So, Scorpio, what an interesting reading. I didn't clarify any of this, but I don't know, it just seems really... Let's look at your blossoming abundance. Let's look at that, out of curiosity's sake. Blossoming abundance, the Magician. See, you're manifesting something. You're manifesting something. You have the Magician and the Page of Pentacles. There's going to be a new beginning here. And I really feel like you don't have to work on it. I almost feel like you've planted the seed with the Page of Pentacles. Like that's kind of the first step. You have physically put something somewhere. You've done some sort of physical work here. And now the universe is taking care of it. Like you've completed the first step. Right? Because the Magician has all 4 elements in the tarot with them. What's the first thing you're supposed to use in manifesting whatever this is for yourself? Well, that's the question, isn't it? So you've answered it somehow with the Page of Pentacles. And and then you also almost like this rod type, like a wand, I guess. But I mean, you would also classify that as a Queen of Wands. I feel like everything has been set in motion. Everything is happening in the right order now. So literally, it's not like you don't have to do anything, but I think you will naturally follow the steps where you're being guided at this point. And don't say a thing. Don't say a thing, Scorpio. Interesting, really interesting reading. What's at the bottom now? The 8 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Again, like, okay, I feel like that's when this other beginning comes in with this Page of Wands. And you have an Ace of Cups. You have new beginnings all over this reading. But you just have to be tight-lipped about something. I'm sorry, I have little buttons on my jeans. And they're hitting the chair. That's a new thing, because my other chair, my office chair, is soft. You don't hear that. That's it. That's all I got. It was pretty intriguing. I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to do the extended. The link is at the top of the description. I'm going to see where this energy continues to go. It's so interesting. Until next time, Scorpio, thank you so much. Do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.